Hello, my super beautiful, lovely souls. Lizzie the Lightworker here, and welcome to my channel, Rainbow Moon. I would love to welcome all of you if you're new joining me, and I would hope that you would hit that subscribe button so you can stick around and see what else I have in store. We do lots of different videos here. We do astrology-based readings. We do twin flame readings, soulmate readings, past life readings, karmic debt readings. We do twin separation period videos to sort of help you along during those separation periods. Everything that I do and say, I like to keep it very spiritual and very uplifting and positive. We do inner child healing videos here, sort of self-healing, what's needed for that. I like to give you guys tips on things that you can do to help raise your vibration. We do comfort and support readings, divorce readings, love readings, just general in nature, couples readings. So anything that you guys would like to see, just comment down in the comments box. Tell me your astrology sign and your partner's astrology sign, or comment in you would like to see a career reading or money reading, anything you'd like to see. Today is going to be for twin flames, divine female Pisces and divine male Virgo. Okay, and we're going to be using after tarot, and we're just going to get a bit of an idea on what's happening on each side of these male and female, what's going on with their personal experiences, sort of their thoughts, their feelings about the relationship, and both sides. And then when we come in the middle, we see sort of how they come together as a couple, maybe some things that might need some work, some advice for healing, or different approaches to take with each other, and sort of maybe the outcome. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shuffle up my deck just a bit. I like to cut it a couple of times, just sort of get my energy here. And we're asking for Pisces divine female and a Pisces divine male. We ask that we get positive messages here, and that we can connect with spirit in the correct way, and ask the angels to bless this reading, and ask that we are able to move forward in the areas that we need to move forward. Okay, so our Pisces divine female, I'm just going to get 3 cards out here. Okay, let me see what's going on with her. All right, so I'm feeling like in this relationship here, okay, I don't know if she's felt like, she was sort of trapped or entrapped within her mind about things. Maybe she was feeling like she couldn't make any progress here, or, that she really was imprisoned, that she couldn't escape these feelings. She may have been thinking it was the worst, and there might have been a feeling to her like there's no way out. All right, I don't know if she was waiting for like a savior here, like somebody to rescue her, maybe save her from herself and from her thoughts. Pisces have tendencies to go into those sort of self-doubting, depressive states, and they can stay down in those energies. Neptune is like the ruling planet, so it has a lot to do with the subconscious and the way you think, and delusions and illusions, sort of how they control you or can control you. So I feel like she felt very controlled by her mind, her own mind, her thoughts. She wasn't in a good place. I feel like, she needed to face some things here. I don't know if she got help for that, or if her twin has come in and helped her feel more secure and sort of untied her bounds, if that makes any sense, and released her. Okay, it really was up to her to do that. So I don't know if she also contributed into her self-growth with that. I feel like coming out of that time, she may have been more receptive and more open to love and ideas of love, and more giving, and had more to give for love. I feel like she's a very self-sacrificing person here. Like she would rather make someone happy than keep herself happy fully. I feel like she wouldn't really express that. I feel like she has a problem with expression and speaking her mind. I feel like she'll just sort of bottle her problems up and issues, and if she's having an issue in a relationship, she'll sort of bottle it up, and at a later time it might flood out of her. Okay, and the rather emotional side of her would take over and sort of hold her back in that way. But I feel like, yes, she's definitely a good, giving natured woman, very comforting, very nurturing. I feel like she likes to give. She's definitely a giver here, all right? She's definitely somebody who feels like giving makes her happy. It makes her feel whole and like she has a purpose, okay? But I also feel like she may hide some things about herself and hide some things about her emotions. She may be in a time now where she's a little bit more emotionally stable and she's a little bit more balanced. But I feel like, yes, she definitely has fluctuating moods, okay? I don't know if that revolves around her twin or around love in general, but I feel like definitely fluctuation of moods. I feel like she is somebody who is a little bit secretive, but that's just because she needs to trust 100% before she lets anything about herself out. She may never tell all the truth about herself. She may keep things to herself out of protection. She feels like, if she tells all her secrets, she's vulnerable, okay? And she definitely does never want to be perceived as vulnerable. She's perceived as strong and capable and intelligent and intuitive, okay? I feel like she could have a great deal of intuition as well here. She might even have some psychic abilities that she's either aware of or not aware of. But yeah, I'm feeling like definitely a little bit secretive, mysteries. I feel like too, she can keep secrets very well. Like if you were to confide in her, she's not going to tell your secrets. She'll keep them. You don't have anything to worry about like that. You could trust her. She's a very trustworthy person. But yeah, she has a lot of inner wisdom and a lot of inner knowledge. So if she's going through anything right now, any type of struggle or anything from the past that's bothering her, haunting her, she's not sure of the answers, she should definitely look within for those answers within herself because her intuition is highly, highly strong. Okay, so let's get our Virgo here. So our Virgo male, I feel like he may, with this Four of Cups, I feel like he might be a little bit stuck on the past, okay? I don't know if in this union together, they have come together, but he may be stuck on past relationships or past hurts. And he may not be completely open to love at this time the way he should be. Like, when you're ready for love, you're not thinking about anyone from the past. You're not thinking about anything from the past or anything that you've done from the past. You sort of go into it with a clean slate. I feel like he has just a little bit of baggage. I also feel like a lot of what she does for him might not seem good enough at the time. I don't know if that's the way he reacts or if that's something that he's used to doing with people. I feel like he's a little bit detached, a little bit withdrawn, and a little bit unemotional here with this. I feel like whatever's, he's being offered, it's like not good enough for him, or he thinks it's not good enough. But he has to be careful of like missed opportunities with things because, waiting around for the next best thing, the next best thing might not ever come. The best thing might be right in front of you, and you fail to see that because you're so hung up with, sort of like ideals of what you want. Like you have this ideal love in mind or this picture perfect thing in mind. And when you're being offered things that are not even close to that, or even if they're a bit close to that, they're just not what you want. So yeah, being sort of stuck in this apathetic nature where you kind of need to make up your mind and figure out the stability and figure out sort of at the core of what you want, and if you can get close to that and work on it in a relationship, then that's better than nothing, and that's better than dumping every option out that's in front of you. Okay, I do feel like he's very stable, very secure, very dependable. I feel like he's definitely someone who works hard to obtain things like money, properties, putting money in the bank. I feel like he could be somebody in the business world. I don't know if he's like, could be a manager somewhere or somebody who's sort of rising to the top in their career. I feel like whatever he does is very fruitful. Whatever he does is very successful. He puts a lot of emphasis on his job and his career and his status. I feel like if he didn't have the things that he had, he'd feel very empty. So he places a lot of emphasis on possessions, a lot of emphasis on looks, money. He has to feel like he's somebody. Okay, like his status quo is very important. Okay, but yeah, I feel like too he's a bit slower to love here. You know, he could be a bit materialistic, but I feel like, yeah, he's a little bit slower to love. He could be stubborn at times. He could be not seeing the things that he needs to see, or not wanting to change his opinions of things. Okay, and then I do feel like here with this Three of Cups, this is being social, being open to things, open to love, you know, being in the community, being happy, sort of good news, okay, with this card. All right, so I don't know if that's the way that his twin makes him feel here, okay? But I feel like whatever each is lacking is the reason why we come together, okay? So coming together, I feel like they'd be a bit fearful here of this union. Fearful, there'd be some anxieties, there might be even some issues with codependency here if they come together, especially if he's not over things from the past and she's not over things from the past. I don't know if they're both still working on that. It seems to me that they are. Okay, but yeah, this has to do with a lot of sexual desire. I don't know if the relationship was very sexual or it started out that way or it is continuing to be that way. Okay, yeah, and we're not getting the best message here for this because this has to do with arguments, fighting, sort of disastrous things, chaos, unexpected situations that occur, a lot of verbal battling, somebody, you know, sort of feeling like they need to just escape this situation. It definitely has to do with endings and breakups, okay? So they must definitely be in a separation period here, okay? Yeah, and I think that they're both dwelling on the past quite a bit here, okay? I feel like they know that somewhere, you know, they've each maybe made mistakes when it comes to this relationship. I feel like, I don't know if there's children involved. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know. If at one point they felt very stable in this relationship, they had a sense of nostalgia together, they made each other feel young. I also get a past life connection when this card comes up, so I don't know if this is past life going on, repeating, which does happen with twin flames quite often. Okay, so there could be some issues from the past lives too that they have to deal with, okay? Temptations and sort of those carnal desires that you have to sort of get into control, you know, because I see like hedonism when this card comes through and sort of, you know, disobeying yourself, and then definitely like catastrophes, okay? And like I see like divorces when this card comes up and major turns of events that split two people up. Okay, so I don't know if there was cheating involved here. I don't know if there was abuse involved here, some type of bondage that sort of wrecked this. Okay, and the goal for them, I really do believe, was, you know, they wanted to set up something for the future here and be together and possibly get married and possibly have children, okay? Or that they're just both dwelling on the past right now, thinking of those times that when things were better, and maybe even like listening to music from that time. There's a certain song that reminds you of this person and you kind of just can't stop playing it, or maybe you hear it often and it just keeps triggering you back to those memories. Okay, yeah. Not a good union, guys. Not right now, not at this time. I don't mean it's not a good union. I just mean that this is not the right energy for these two to be together. Okay, I feel like they're both running away from things, probably personal things, running away too from the sort of gravity of this relationship and the gravity of this situation. They must have both realized that this was a little bit toxic, okay? So get back on the right track. I feel like they might have some inner child healing to do here, okay? There's definitely some healing from the past that needs to happen. So that's what I'm getting here, guys, okay? And I am feeling that on both sides. There's past issues with both of them. Hers is more a little bit mental, a little more anxiety type things, being trapped in her mind, being in victim mentality, sort of, not being able to move forward with things, okay? And his is definitely just not liking the options that he's been given. So yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. Please let me know what you think in the comments. And if you'd like to see any more union videos, twin flame, please let me know. As always, this has been Lizzie the Lightworker. Many, many blessings to you all.